Hey everybody, this is David again. This is going to be the emacs tutorial. So I'm going to teach you how to work with emacs. Okay, so let's go. So here we are in our home directory. We can see that we're in public HTML. So one thing I want to tell you about emacs first is public HTML. So now we're inside public HTML. To open emacs, you basically just do emacs and it should open up a emacs folder. So basically, I did that, and now we're going to wait for our emacs window to pop up. It's a bit slow, so you have to forgive me. And I believe here we go, and it's popped up, so it's gonna load. It's loading. Okay, cool. Here we go. So basically, this has two commands: visit new file and open file. Visit new file allows you to create a new file. Open file is opening an existing file. You can only open a existing file with an open file. The lab is outdated, I believe, and it says that you can use open file to create a new file. That's not true anymore. So basically what you do is I'm going to create a new file. It's going to be called come on. Okay, here we go. So we see that this is the mini buffer, this little line down here. And we see that by default, we're already creating a file in our public HTML directory, right? So if we create a file called foo.scm, we'll see this, and bam. So you see this line, this tells you where your thing is. If we go back to our directory window right here, if we do an ls, oh, note, this isn't created yet. So let me type something. Let's do define square x times xx, right? So we match our parentheses, and let's save. So if we didn't say that, hold on for a second. Let's save. So you see this little line that says wrote blah 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 public HTML foo.scm. So this is my CS3 LTD. This is my home directory. So this is basically the equivalent of this right here. So now if we do an ls here, foo.scm. This foo.scm tilde thing is a temporary save file, so you don't have to worry about that. This is the only file that you should actually care about. So okay, cool. So this is what this area here is the buffer. This is what you'll be writing code in. To get the STK prompt up, you're going to do diamond S if you're in lab, and you're going to do alt S if you're at home. I think it's Apple S. I'm not sure if it's on the Mac. I never used one, so you have to figure out yourselves. So okay, cool. Uh, if right, so now we have. So this is what I'll be referring to as the buffer window, and this is gonna be the STK window. So I'll be referring to them like that. So basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna write code, and you're gonna send them to the STK window. So the file you save is actually gonna be up here, not here. Um, what you definitely do not want to do is save this thing down here. Not a good idea. So you can tell the difference by doing this. You can click inside one of these windows. Let's say click in here, and you'll see this top bar right here. Now if you click down here, you'll see that this changes. So you can always tell which window you're in if you just click, and you'll see that these are constantly changing. Right. So what you want to do is, so this is very nice because it auto matches the parentheses. It's very nice. What you need to do is definitely match parentheses. So what you want to do is if you have a single definition like so, you're just going to go scheme, highlight the end of this, make sure parentheses are matched. It's very important. Highlight the end, send definition, and go. So see that square has been defined down here, and we can now just use square regularly. Square 4 is 16, and that's good. Cool. Right. Now let's say if we have another one, define add. This is going to be a very basic program, right? And let's do define sub num1 num2 num1 num2. Right. So if I wanted to send both of these at the same time, I could do send definition and go twice, right? But instead, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to highlight both areas. I'm going to do send region and go, and you'll see that add and sub have both been added to down here, and we can use add 3 4 5 sub 3 8 2 8, and there we go. Right. So one thing that could happen, one thing I see a lot of students happening, is students for some reason just end up copying this code down here, copy, and they paste it here, and this works perfectly fine. But why do this when you can just do this? Um, this is what I hopefully you guys will be doing the rest of the semester. It's much more convenient. You don't have to recopy and things. It's just better, right? Now, one thing that usually messes up students is, they're writing code and, the procedure's a little bit long and, they may have mismatched parentheses, right? So let's pretend this isn't matched because we see that these are matched. So we're going to take one away and we see that sub is now not fully matched with parentheses. But of course we don't realize this, and we're gonna try to send it anyway, and see that nothing happened. There's unbalanced parentheses, right? So it won't allow you to do anything. And let's see if we can go down here for a second. Oh, and it's still working actually. That's nice. If we define a new function, molt num1 num2, whoops, num2, num1 num2. If we just do this, let's try to send this, and it's telling us unbalanced parentheses. Sometimes it'll say mark set. When that happens, you'll be just typing all of this and you'll have a black line every single time, and that's not a good idea. So when that happens, I'm not sure how to actually replicate that error, but I know it happens with unbalanced parentheses. It doesn't seem like it's happening right here because it's telling you, but sometimes you will see that. So let me try to replicate that actually. I'm going to close up this emacs and I'm going to save the buffer. So I'm going to open up another emacs window right here. And YouTube doesn't allow me to upload videos at 10 minutes, so I might be cutting part of this and moving it to part 2.